Meet our think tank. They've answered hundreds of general knowledge questions under exam conditions before the show. Their answers are in. But how helpful will they be to the three contestants? Playing the game are Matthew, a scaffolder from Barnsley in South Yorkshire, Carol Ann, a housing assistant from Glasgow, and Mike, a technical support officer from Calne in Wiltshire. This is Think Tank. Welcome to the show. Welcome, as ever, to our think tank. And what a cultured group we have here. English literature graduate Max is never far from the British Museum, mainly because he lives just around the corner. Office assistant Anisha thinks art galleries are the perfect place to meet a date. And chemistry teacher Armanel loves to attend lectures, particularly when you get a free glass of wine just for turning up. On this show, though, their motivations are crystal clear, however, to provide correct answers to help our three contestants. Welcome to all of you. Matthew, you're a scaffolder. And your home life keep you busy?
Yeah, very much so, yeah. I've got 3 young kids, so...
All right. Do you have to cook for them?
I try my best, but I'm not very good.
How not good are you?
I could burn water, put it that way.
OK. Where did you grow up?
Grew up on a dairy farm.
Did you?
Yeah, it was a family farm, yeah.
Mark, you grew up on a farm, didn't you?
Absolutely, but I was the third son, so the 2 older brothers have actually got the first opportunity, which is not a bad thing.
And they turned you off the property, and that was it, was it?
Absolutely. I got to do the garden.
OK. All right. What do you do in your spare time?
I like to play darts very badly on my hand.
So, hang on. You're not good at cooking,
No.
You're not good at darts, you must be good at something.
Hopefully it's this quiz.
Wow, that's raising the flag. OK. So, welcome, Matthew.
Thank you.
Carol Ann, you are a housing assistant from Glasgow. You like a challenge?
I do, usually for charity.
So what have you done?
I've abseiled off the Finniston crane, which is a crane in Glasgow. It's 174 feet. That was absolutely terrifying.
I'm sure it was. I mean, it's a tall crane, isn't it?
It is, and I have a fear of heights.
Well done you for doing that. Commonwealth Games, of course, in Glasgow.
I have.
A couple of
I
years
was,
ago. Did you get involved in that?
Clydesider in Glasgow in 2014. I volunteered, and we helped the visitors.
And did you give them a nice, warm Glasgow greeting?
Welcome to Glasgow. Enjoy yourself. Come on in. It's going to be a belter.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, Armanel volunteered for the Commonwealth Games. Is that what you used to say?
I did volunteer for the Commonwealth Games, and I did not do it in a Glaswegian accent.
All right. Well, welcome to the programme,
Thank
Caroline. Mike, you're a technical support officer. And have you always done that, or did you have a previous career
No,
somewhere
I had
else?
a long career in the Air Force. I was an Air Force officer, engineer officer for 38 years.
Must have travelled a bit with them, did you?
Oh, yes, all around the world.
And what will you need some help on?
Pop culture and modern music.
Pop culture, modern music. Anisha's the person for you.
Hey, yeah, I do like a little bit of popular culture and modern music, so I can help you there, definitely.
All right, so good luck to all 3 of you. Over 3 rounds, our contestants will try to tap into the think tank's knowledge to build up as much money as possible. The think tank have tried to answer all questions to the best of their ability, whether right or wrong. The 2 highest scorers then amongst you will go through to the final. Ultimately, just one will walk away with a cash prize. So, shall we play the first round? Yep. So, I'm going to ask you a question, and then every member of the think tank will reveal the answer they gave before the show. The correct answer is always there somewhere, but also any number of mistakes in there too. Pick out the right answer, £200 added to your prize fund. 2 questions each. Matthew, you're up first. Here's a question we put to the think tank. Ming the Merciless is the arch enemy of which fictional hero? Don't have to answer just yet. Let's see what the think tank thought about this one. Starting with Armanel.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Flash Gordon.
Iron Man.
Flash Gordon. Superman.
Banana Man.
Flash Gordon.
Thor.
Flash Gordon, the most popular choice, but an array of other superheroes of a sort in there. What do you think, Matthew?
Well, I don't know it, but I'm going to go with Peter and Mark, and it's Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon is your answer for the arch enemy of Ming the Merciless. Let's see if you're right. Flash Gordon it is. Well done. From the planet Mongo, as you may remember. And it has that famous line in it, of course, doesn't it?
Gordon's alive.
Gordon's alive! Indeed. OK, well done, Matthew. £200 to your prize fund. Carol Ann, you've seen how it works?
Yep.
Here's your first question. The pawpaw is a fruit better known by what name? Here are the choices that the think tank made. Armanel.
Grapefruit.
Pineapple.
Grapefruit.
Pineapple.
Mango.
Papaya.
Starfruit.
Jackfruit.
Lots of fruit in there. Very healthy salad for you, but what do you think?
I don't actually know what a pawpaw is. However, I think Diane might actually have something there. I'm going to go with papaya.
Papaya, you think, is the fruit which has the name also pawpaw. Let's see if you're right. Papaya it is. Well done. Well done to Diane, the only one who got that right.
Thank you.
Well done, you.
My father-in-law grows them in Dominica.
There you are. You had secret knowledge. Well done. So, Caroline, £200 for you. You're off the mark. Mike, here's your first question. In which country are the Mad Max series of films set? What did the think tank make of this? Armanel?
Australia.
Australia.
The USA.
Australia.
Mexico.
The USA.
Australia.
The USA.
4 for Australia, 3 for the USA, 1 from Mexico. What do you think, Mike?
Well, I think that my first guess was Australia. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to go for Australia.
Australia is your answer as the country in which the Mad Max films are set. Let's have a look. Australia it is. Well done. Set in a post-apocalyptic future, of course. So, Mike, well done. £200 to your prize fund for that correct answer. We come back to Matthew for your second question. Which member of the royal family joined the Marines in 1986? What did the think tank sign up for here?
Prince Edward.
Prince Andrew.
Prince Charles.
Prince Andrew.
Prince Edward.
Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew.
So 5 members of the think tank think it was Prince Andrew. Are you going to go with the majority, Matthew?
No, I seem to think it was Prince Edward. I think Charles was in Navy and Andrew was in the Air Force. So I'm thinking it's Prince Edward.
All right, Prince Edward is your answer as the member of the royal family who joined the Marines in 1986. Let's see if you're right. Prince Edward it is. Well done indeed. He resigned his commission in 1987, went to work for Andrew Lloyd Webber. Prince Andrew was in the Navy, in fact. OK. Len, you're a retired engineer now, but when you were a younger man, you had a brief spell in the Merchant Navy, didn't you?
Well, I've done my bit for Queen and Country. I decided to join the Merchant Navy. So I packed my bags and went to Gravesend. I spent 2 weeks there, and a week of that was in sick bay. Didn't like it, and went home.
So you never got to sea?
I had the haircut. Never even seen a boat. On a ship.
All right, well done. Thanks for that. All right, £200 for Matthew. Caroline, here's your second question. Which British singer had 6 UK top 10 albums in 2016? What did the think tank make of that? Armanel?
Adele.
Sam Smith.
Adele.
David Bowie.
Sam Smith.
Meghan Trainor.
Sam Smith.
David Bowie.
So fair range to choose from. 6 UK top 10 albums in 2016.
I remember Adele having top album. However, I think possibly Sam Smith may have beaten her to it.
Sam Smith, your answer?
Yeah.
That's the British singer who had 6 UK top 10 albums in 2016. Let's see if you're right. It was David Bowie, in fact. A lot of people bought his albums after he died early in the year. So, Caroline, nothing for you there. And, Mike, here's your second question. According to a famous quote by Samuel Johnson, someone is tired of life when they are tired of which city? Which cities did the think tank choose? Armanel.
London.
London.
New York.
London.
New York.
New York.
London.
Las Vegas.
So, 4 for London, 3 for New York, 1 somewhere else. What do you think, Mike?
Well, I think that the idea of Samuel Johnson in Las Vegas is interesting.
It's novel. It's
However,
certainly novel.
I think the answer is London.
London is what you're choosing for. It's the city that Samuel Johnson said someone's tired of life when they're tired of that town. Are you right? London it is. Armanelle and Max, you both got it right. You both live in London?
Yes. and
Not
I
tired of it
agree.
yet?
Absolutely not, no.
No. I've lived there for a very long time now, and I agree with Samuel Johnson.
OK. All right. So well done, Mike. That's £200 for you, and that brings us to the end of the first round. So let's take a look at the prize funds. Carol Ann is on £200, but tied on £400 are Matthew and Mike. Long way to go still, though, as we enter our next round. Every member of the think tank is holding 2 questions, which they answered correctly before the show. You are going to take it in turns to pick someone from the think tank whose knowledge you think you can match. And for every correct answer, another £200 will be added to your prize fund. They're not experts, but they are interested in different subjects, so think carefully about who might be on your wavelength. Once a think tank has asked both of their questions, they can't be picked again, OK? Matthew, you get to go first. You have the whole bunch to choose from.
Can I have the lovely smiley Peter, please?
Pizza waiter Peter.
I'm a big comic book fan, so I used to spend all my pocket money in the comic book shop when I was quite young. OK, so my question for you is, who is the alter ego of Marvel's comic book character Tony Stark?
Who's the alter ego of the Marvel comic book character Tony Stark?
It's Iron Man.
Iron Man?
Yep.
All right, very confident off the mark there. Iron Man, is he right?
Iron Man is correct.
Iron Man played by Robert Downey Jr., of course, in several films. So well done, Matthew. Another £200 for your running total. Carol Ann, you're up next. You can still choose any one of the 8.
I think I'll go with Diane.
Retired HR advisor Diane.
OK, hello. And we do have something in common. I used to work with the Chartered Institute of Housing, so I know that the job you do is absolutely wonderful. I hope you get this question right. I love seafood. And the question is, what type of meat is used in the dish Oysters Kilpatrick?
I don't think I've ever had it before. It's not ringing any bells. However, because of Kilpatrick, I think it doesn't sound like it goes together, but I think I may go for beef.
You're saying beef is used with Oysters Kilpatrick. Is she right, Diane?
I'm so sorry, it's bacon.
Oh,
Bacon.
Bacon.
That's the answer we were looking for.
Sorry.
Oysters Kilpatrick typically served with Worcester sauce. So if you'd had it, you'd know, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
you would.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Carol Ann, no money on that question. Mike, you're up next, and you can still choose anyone you like.
I will choose Max, please.
Max, our PR executive.
Well, happy to oblige. This is a historical question, so hopefully you know this. It's a great attraction in London if you've never had the chance to go, and I thoroughly recommend it. The sailing ship Cutty Sark was originally built to bring which cargo from China to Britain?
Well, I've run past the Cutty Sark 3 times on London marathons, and I think it was designed to bring tea from China.
Tea is your answer, and is it the right one?
Mike, you're absolutely right. It was a tea clipper. Well done.
Well done. Cutty Sark launched in 1869 and named after a poem by Robert Burns. OK, £200 added to your total, Mike. We come back to Matthew, and you can still choose all of the 8.
I'll go with Peter again. He seems to be on my wavelength, so hopefully.
OK, I got this question right because I'm a part-time reservist in the army and we had to know a lot about the weather, so you might get this right too. OK, on the weather maps, an isobar is a line that connects points of equal what?
On a weather map, an isobar is a line that connects points of equal what?
Just a stab in the dark. Equal latitude.
Equal latitude is your answer. Is latitude the right kind of line?
I'm afraid not, it's pressure.
Pressure. Yeah, equal pressure. Nothing for you there, Matthew. And Carol Ann, we come to you again. And you can choose anybody apart from Peter.
I will try Mark today.
Mark, our creative director.
OK. Well, I know the answer to this question specifically because I used to do a bit of modelling myself many moons ago. And the question is, at the closing ceremony of the 2012 Olympics, who was the only male model to appear on the Union Jack-shaped catwalk?
I didn't see it, unfortunately. Male models I'm not that great with, unfortunately. But I will try John Smith.
John Smith. John Smith.
I think if you might have got this, you'll be kicking yourself. It's David Gandy.
David Gandy. You've heard of him?
I have, actually, yes.
Yeah. All right. Caroline, nothing for you there. Mike, we come to you again. Anybody apart from Peter?
OK, I'd like to pick Armanel, please.
Armanel.
Right, well, I'm a chemistry teacher. I hope that you will get this right, although it's not that chemical, really. Brimstone is another name for which element?
I think it's lead.
Lead?
Yes.
That was a good answer, but it's sulphur, as in fire and brimstone, from the Bible, so volcanic.
From which we make sulphuric acid.
Yeah, it's the most used chemical in the world, sulphuric acid, so it's an indication of a nation's industrialisation.
OK. So, Mike, sorry, nothing for you there. Matthew, we come back to you again, and you can still choose anybody apart from Peter.
Can I try Len, please?
Len, our retired engineer.
There we are. Well, this is a wildlife question, it says. Which species of deer is the largest land mammal found in the wild in the UK?
Which species of deer, the largest land mammal found in the wild in the UK?
There's a few, isn't there? Gonna have to be a bit of a guess. Oh, no, it's not reindeer. I'll just go for roe deer.
Roe deer?
Yeah.
Roe deer?
It's actually red deer.
Red deer. You weren't far off.
Yeah.
Red deer, roe deer. Sometimes as much as 1.2 metres high at the shoulder and typically have very large antlers. But nothing for you there, Matthew, I'm afraid. Caroline, we come to you again, and still 7 of the 8 you can have.
Can I try Anisha, please?
Anisha.
Hi, Caroline.
Hi.
So the reason why I know this is because on a regular basis, me and my sister do lip sync battles, of which I'm so good at. Can I just throw that out there? And this is my #1 choice of song. So the question is, I Want It That Way is the only UK #1 single for which US boy band?
How are you on your boy bands, Caroline?
It kind of depends when
when they were
boys
around.
are. Yes. I Want It That Way. I can almost picture them. I will say One Direction, although I'm not confident with that answer.
Unfortunately not, it's Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys. Their other hits include As Long As You Love Me and The Shape of My Heart.
Oh.
So, sorry, Caroline, nothing there. Mike, we come to you again, and still 7 of the 8 you can have.
OK, I think I'll go for Max again, please.
Max?
Well, Mike, it's not quite a historical question, but it is one of my other passions, which is Shakespeare. So here's a question about a Shakespeare play. The character Desdemona is married to the title character in which Shakespeare play?
The Merchant of Venice.
Merchant of Venice is your answer. Came to that one quickly. Is he right?
You're so close. It is a play set in Venice, but it is Othello.
Ah, Othello. It was indeed. She comes to a rather unhappy end at the hands of her husband as well. So, nothing for you there, Mike. And that is the end of the round. So let's have a look at your running total, shall we? So Caroline is on £200. Tied on £600 are Matthew and Mike. So you each had 3 questions there, but none of you chose to hear from Abby. And we don't want her to feel left out, do we? And we wanted to show off her good knowledge. So how about having one of your questions, Abby, just for fun?
OK. So, as a junior doctor, I get bleeped about coming to see one of these patients, typically on a night shift. In the human body, which superfluous tube is attached to the cecum?
Just to see whether you know it, you might have the answer at home. Anybody here have an idea?
The appendix.
The appendix. Well done, Mike.
Yeah,
well done.
appendix.
Abby, thank you very much for sharing that with us. OK, let's get back to business then. So, one of you will shortly have to leave the game, but you've still got one last chance to take the lead. All of you are going to be asked the same question, then 2 members of the think tank will give you the answer that they gave before the show and their reasons for giving it. Only one of them has the right answer. If you side with the correct person, you'll get £200 for your prize fund. Just 5 questions remain, though, before we do have to say goodbye to one of you, so do choose your answers carefully. And here's the first question. Who's the shortest man to have played James Bond in the official feature films? We're going to hear answers from Len and Diane. Len.
Well, the answer is Roger Moore. Although he looks taller on screen, he's not actually not that tall. Roger Moore.
Roger Moore. Diane?
Well, I thought it was Daniel Craig because I'm sure Sean Connery did it and he's pretty short, but I thought Daniel Craig was the shortest of all. So when he emerged out of the water, if a big wave had come over, he would have gone over. So I'm sure that it was him.
OK. So Len says it's Roger Moore. Diane says it's Daniel Craig. Who is right? Please lock in your answers. And let's see what you came up with. All three of you have gone with Daniel Craig. A unanimous vote. Let's see if you're right. Daniel Craig it was, indeed. Daniel Craig, 5'10", Roger Moore, 6'1". Well done, £200 to all of you. Here's the next question. Who was the first British-born chef to be awarded 3 Michelin stars? Armanel and Max for this one. Armanel.
I think it was Marco Pierre White. And my reasoning for that is because to be the first British-born chef, it's got to have been a while ago. And he was a very successful chef when young. He was quite the enfant terrible. But he's been around a while. So Marco Pierre White.
OK. And Max?
Well, I went for another famous chef, Gordon Ramsay. Obviously, we all know from his television programmes, but I believe that before he became famous for his 4-letter words, he became famous for his 3 Michelin stars. And I'd say that he's definitely been around long enough in the business to secure those stars for his restaurants.
Armanel says Marco Pierre White. Max has gone with Gordon Ramsay. What do you think, contestants? Lock in your answers, please. And again, all three of you have come up with the same answer. Marco Pierre White. Is it the right way? Marco Pierre White it is indeed. Well done. And at the age of 33, the youngest chef to be awarded Michelin stars. So good knowledge there. And well done to all three of you. £200 for all of your prize funds. Here's question number 3. In terms of historical clothing, what was typically held by a baldric? Mark and Peter for this one. Mark.
Well, a considerable amount of my historical knowledge comes from Blackadder. And in the second series of Blackadder, it was set during the reign of Elizabeth I. And that's where Baldric came in as the star of that particular show. And there was a lot of codpieces there. And I just think at some point they would have had to got that name from somewhere. So, yeah, I think it's a codpiece.
Peter.
I went for sword because it sort of had a Celtic feel, and I thought they would have worn it as a, you know, wrapped a sword in it.
So, Mark says it's a codpiece. Peter says it's a sword. What do you think was typically held by a baldric? Contestants, lock in your answers, please. And let's see what you came up with. Matthew and Carol Ann say it was a codpiece. Mike's gone out on his own with a sword. Who's right? Mike is right with sword. Well done. And as Mark mentioned, Baldric, of course, the name made famous in the TV series Blackadder, played by Tony Robinson. OK. So £200 for you, Mike. Question number 4 coming up. What was the top-rated Ivy League university in the worldwide rankings for the academic year 2015 to 2016? Bit of a complicated question for Max and Diane to tackle. Max?
So the Ivy League is obviously the group of the best universities in the United States. And the most prestigious one of those, which I'm going to say is the answer for this, is Harvard. So Harvard College was obviously based in Massachusetts and still is, and holds claim to being one of the oldest schools in America, being founded in the 17th century. And I'd say if anything gives you wisdom and skill, I'd say it was age. So, yes, maybe don't trust me, but I would say that Harvard is the right answer here.
All right, Diane.
OK, well, I went for Princeton. I mean, when you think of the film The Blind Side, all of the best universities were trying to get this young man that had been rescued to play ball for them. And the one that he decided to go for was the best Ivy League university in the United States, which is Princeton.
OK, Max says it's Harvard. Diane says it's Princeton. What do you think, contestants? Lock in your answers. So, Matthew and Mike have gone for Harvard. Carol Ann's on her own with Princeton. What's the right answer? Harvard it is. Well done, Max. Located in Cambridge, Massachusetts. £200 then from Matthew and Mike. And here's your final question for this round. In June 2002, a Madame Tussauds waxwork of which sportsman was temporarily put on the empty fourth plinth in Trafalgar Square? We're going to hear answers from Anisha and Abby. Anisha.
So I said David Beckham, and the reason why I said David Beckham was because by this point I had used my default answer of Andy Murray too many times. So I thought I'd go for my other default, being David Beckham, and that's why I put it.
OK, very logically worked out there, really.
Yeah.
And Abby.
So I went with Johnny Wilkinson, mainly because I think around 2002 England were doing pretty well in terms of rugby. And I'm pretty sure he was captain in and around then, and he still had teeth. So I went with Johnny Wilkinson.
All right, Anisha says David Beckham. Abby says Johnny Wilkinson. Contestants, it's up to you now to lock in your answers. So Matthew and Carol Ann have gone for David Beckham. Johnny Wilkinson's the rugby choice of Mike. Who's got it right? David Beckham. It was indeed. You were right for all the wrong reasons, really, weren't you there,
I was
Anisha?
still right, and that's all that matters.
But he got put there because of the goal he scored against Argentina in the World Cup. Do you remember that penalty? And it was England 1, Argentina 0, the result. So that's why they put him up there.
That's great.
All right, £200 then for Matthew and Carol Ann. So that brings us to the end of the round and the main game. So let's take a look at your totals. Matthew and Mike are tied on £1,400. Carol Ann has just £800. So we have to say goodbye to you, Carol Ann, sadly. Have you had a good time?
I have, thank you. It's been great.
Well, thanks very much for coming along.
Thank you.
OK. Well done, Matthew and Mike. You two now compete to take home the money you've earned in our final. Matthew, if you win today, how will you spend your prize money, do you think?
Well, I'd like to put it towards to take the kids to Disneyland. It's they're still young, like, and it's been a dream of ours, so hopefully one day we'll get there.
How old are the kids?
13, 11 and 8.
Well, good luck with it. Mike, what would you do?
Well, I intend to buy my wife a new ring. She's got her eye on a particular ring in a local jeweller's. And the rest of it would go towards a trip to Florida to see my uncle and auntie who live there.
Lovely. Well, look, good luck to you both. The final is a general knowledge battle. I'm going to ask you 5 questions each. Whoever gives the most correct answers takes home the money that they've built up so far. You're not on your own, though. The Think Tank is still here to help you out if they can. You can pick someone to consult with before you answer the questions. Each member, though, can only be picked once. The difference in the final, compared to the rest of the show, is that they haven't actually seen any of these questions before. So they know as little about them as you do. OK, let's get on with it then. Here's the final. Matthew, we're going to start with you. Here's your first question. Marcus Rashford made his Premier League debut for which football club in 2016? Who would you like to help you here?
I'll ask Max.
Max?
Matthew, I'm sure you're a smart man, but I think you may have made the worst decision. I don't really have a great knowledge of any of the football clubs. Perhaps you may be able to throw us a bone on this one.
It's Man United.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, of course. Now you say it.
Manchester United.
Manchester United, you say, is the Premier League club for which Marcus Rashford made his debut in 2016. Let's see if you're right. Manchester United is, of course. Well done. And Marcus Rashford went on to become the youngest England player to play for England in the European Championships. So, good stuff. Well done. You're off the mark. Mike, here's your first question. What type of bread takes its name from the Italian for slipper? You can choose any of the Think Tank apart from Max to help you.
I will choose Armadale, please.
Armadale.
Right. OK, well, we're going to have to try and work our way through this. First of all, do you have an idea about it?
I think it's focaccia.
OK. So we've got focaccia and ciabatta. I mean, I don't know.
Ciabatta.
If you think it's focaccia, I can't offer anything.
I don't know. And I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly anyway. So I will go for ciabatta.
So you're saying ciabatta is the type of bread that takes its name from the Italian for slipper. Let's see if you're right. You are. Ciabatta it is. Well done. So it's 1-1. Matthew, here's your next question. Yanis Philippakis has found fame as the lead singer of which rock band whose albums include Holy Fire and What Went Down? 6 of the 8 you can go with still.
Anisha, please.
Anisha.
I don't know rock bands. This is Blink 182. Do you have any ideas?
It's not an old band.
It's not an old band. What about a newish rock band is Royal Blood, but I don't know if that's the answer.
I'll just have to have a guess.
Okay.
Arcade Fire?
Arcade Fire?
Yeah.
Arcade Fire is the band with which Yanis Philippakis sings. Let's see if you're right. Foals was the
Never
name
heard
we were
of
looking for.
Never heard
Not
of
familiar with them?
I have no idea who they are.
They were nominated as the best British group in the 2016 Brit Awards, in fact. There you go, Foals. 1-1 then. Mike, you can take the lead with this second question for you. Basil D'Oliveira was a famous name in which sport? Who can help you here of the 5 left to you?
I think Diane should be able to help me.
Yes, well, actually, my dad used to play this game for the West Indian Wanderers, and I would say that it's cricket.
I would totally agree with you.
I grew up on cricket, so I'm sure it's going to come up and we'll be high-fiving.
Yeah.
Cricket.
Cricket.
You say is the sport with which Basil D'Oliveira was a famous name in. Let's see if you're right. Cricket it is. Well done. And his inclusion in the 1968 England squad led to the exclusion of South Africa from international sport for 20 years. So a very important name in cricket and in sport in general. OK, so 2-1 to you, Mike, at the moment. Matthew, you can still catch up. Here is your third question. Which comic book characters played by Gal Gadot in the 2016 film Batman vs Superman?
I think I've got a bit of idea, but Peter, can you help me?
Well, nothing really comes to mind, really, except for the evil baddie, which was Doomsday. It was the demonic monster at the end. General Zarg. General Zarg, I think.
Could Gal be a girl's name? Could it be the...
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, yes.
It's a bit of a punt, but I'll have a guess at Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's your answer as the comic book character played by Gal Gadot in Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if you're on the money there. Wonder Woman it is. Very good. Well done. Good teamwork there between the two of you. Well done. OK. So it's now 2-2. Mike, here is your third question. In The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, what bird does the mariner shoot? You just have Mark, Abby and Len to choose from.
I'll go with Mark.
Oh, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. I haven't read it. So the only thing to try and help you, unless you maybe know it already, Mike.
I think I do.
Well, I'm going to pass straight over to you. I guess maybe is a clue in the title?
Well, it is. And these birds are also resident of the Falkland Islands, if I'm correct. And it's the albatross.
You're saying it's the albatross. It was the bird that was shot by the mariner in The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Let's see if you're right. Well done. Albatross it was. Well done. The poem written by Samuel Coleridge, of course, includes the famous line, "Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink." All right, so it's 3-2 to Mike. Matthew, you can still catch up with your fourth question. What is the usual English translation of the Latin phrase cogito ergo sum?
I'm to clue.
So, it's Len and Abby you can choose from.
Try Abby.
Abby, our doctor.
I wish I knew. I did Latin at school. Unfortunately, it was a long time ago now. So you have no idea?
Not a clue.
So the ergo sum, ergo, I feel like there's something like I am in this phrase, but...
Could it be I think, therefore I am?
Yeah. Yes. That's the only thing that sounds like it could be that.
Go for that, I think, therefore I am.
OK. The usual English translation of the Latin phrase cogito ergo sum, you're saying I think, therefore I am. Are you right? You are. Well done. I think, therefore, I am.
Thank you.
Here's a quote from René Descartes. Yeah, well done. OK, so it's 3-all. Mike, here is your fourth question, and you just have Len to help you. In 2014, Manuel Valls became the Prime Minister of which country?
I don't know this. But I'd like to get Len's view as a fellow engineer.
Yeah. Obviously, looking at Manuel, is it, you know, it sounds like a Spanish or maybe a South American name.
I was thinking Portuguese.
Well, I haven't heard of any elections sort of in Spain or Portugal, and like it's 2014, isn't it? So it's just, you know, you're talking
Yeah.
a little while ago. So
I think I will go for Portugal.
Portugal?
Yeah.
OK, you're saying in 2014, Manuel Valls became Prime Minister of Portugal. Let's see if you got the right country. It was France.
Oh.
He succeeded François Hollande, who went on to be president of France. So, with 4 questions gone, it is 3-all. Getting very exciting. Your 5th question now. No think tank is left to help you out, so you're on your own from here now. Matthew, here's question number 5 for you. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is a book by which author?
I don't know. Books aren't my strong point at all. I'm thinking of Arthur Conan Doyle, but I don't know. I'll just go for Arthur Conan Doyle.
Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah.
You say it's the author of The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Are you right? Let's find out. It was Robert Louis Stevenson, published in 1886. Hard lines.
Yeah.
Mike, if you get this one right, you will be our winner today, OK? The wife of an earl can be referred to as a lady or by which other title? You're on your own here.
I think it's a dame.
Dame is what you're going for?
Yes.
OK. So the wife of an earl can be referred to as a lady or by another title. You're saying it's a dame. This is to be today's winner, and for £1,400, let's see if you're right. It's a countess.
Of course it is.
It's a countess. So, after 5 questions each, your scores are tied. We're going to go to sudden death. All the members of the think tank have been used up, so you're still on your own until we find a winner, OK? Matthew, here's your next question. Max Verstappen is a leading name in which sport?
Formula 1 Grand Prix.
Formula 1 Grand Prix?
Yeah.
You seem quite confident about this.
No, this one.
Max Verstappen, a leading name in which sport? You're saying Formula 1 Grand Prix. Let's see if you're right. Formula 1. Well done. Well, having been in the lead before, Mike, you now have to get this answer right to stay in the game, OK? Cl is the symbol for which chemical element?
I believe it's chlorine.
Chlorine? OK. You're saying chlorine is the chemical element of which Cl is the symbol. You have to have this one right in order to stay in today's game. Let's see if you're right. Chlorine it is, well done. Neck and neck, isn't it, hey? You still just can't get ahead. OK. All right, Matthew, here's another question for you. Military leaders of which country were historically known as shoguns?
It's going to have to be a guess. I think of shoguns. There's trucks called shoguns, and they're from Japan. So I'll go for Japan.
Japan. You're saying military leaders of Japan were historically known as shoguns. Let's see if you're right. Japan is correct. Well done. Matthew back in the lead. Mike, once again, you've got to get this one right to stay in it. Here's your next question. Which British actor plays the title role in the BBC drama series Wallander?
I don't know this. Trying to think of some contemporary British actors. No, sorry, I don't know.
Take a guess.
No, nothing's coming to me, I'm afraid.
So you can't think of a name? So you're definitely going to pass?
Afraid so, yes.
OK. So the question was, which British actor plays the title role in the BBC drama series Wallander? And the answer is... Kenneth Branagh.
Ah, okay.
So that means today, Matthew, you are our winner. Congratulations, well done. Well, hard luck, Mike. I mean, you fought very well. I'm afraid you're not taking anything home, but you just did really terrifically in that shootout. So thanks very much for playing. Well done.
Thank you.
And Matthew is our winner. You're definitely taking home your prize of £1,400. You'll have the opportunity in just a moment to add an extra £1,000 to your winnings, OK? First, though, shall we take a moment to find out and congratulate the think tanker who got the most answers right during the show, and it was... Peter! Yay! Well done! Good stuff, Peter. Well done. OK, Matthew, you have one last chance now to boost your prize money fairly significantly as you face our question impossible. Matthew, you've had some pretty tough questions so far. This is the toughest one of the whole show, though, because no one in the think tank got it right, OK? So if you can achieve what none of them could and give us a correct answer, that extra £1,000 will be yours, OK?
Yep.
Shall we take a look, then, at your question impossible? Of the 3 Australian acting siblings with the surname Hemsworth, which is the oldest? Have a think about that, and we're going to give you a little bit of help because we're going to take a look at the wrong answers that the think tank gave, and this will rule 1, 2 things out, OK? Here's what they said. They went for Chris, Liam, Tom, Anne, Susanna, and a couple more for Chris. OK, so none of those. Which is the oldest of the Hemsworth siblings? Got any thoughts on that?
Not a clue. Never heard of them. One of the 3 acting siblings with the surname Hemsworth. It's going to be a guess. I'll just... Simon.
You're going with Simon?
Simon.
OK. You're saying that Simon Hemsworth is the oldest of the 3 Australian acting siblings.
Yeah.
You have £1,400 now. For an extra £1,000, you're saying Simon. Good luck. Let's see if you got the right answer. It's Luke Hemsworth, I'm afraid.
Never heard of him.
Sorry, that wasn't right for you. You didn't conquer the question impossible. Still leaving with £1,400. That'll help the journey with the kids, I hope.
Yeah,
Going to Disneyland?
Yeah, hopefully, yes.
Well, we wish them the very best.
Yeah.
Wish you the very best
Thank
too,
you
Matt.
very
You've been a really good competitor. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Do join us next time when 3 more contestants will see whether they can bank on the think tank. Until then, it's goodbye from them.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Bye-bye.